We're going to go ahead and go to our next panelist, the one, the only, Mr. Kenny. Kenny, fast agent. He's out of Oakland, California, big on Instagram. I mean, you literally have his own blog series with his Insta stories. So you can check him out, see what he's doing. He has a large team. Kenny, how are you navigating what's going on your side from transactions to marketing and your team and even your brokerage? I mean, you have a little bit more of a dynamic going on here. Give us a little context. What's going on in your life?
I mean, it's been a pretty short week. I was lucky enough to be in Napa for 4 days right before we had the shelter in place. And I was in Hawaii for a week. So I've been working just the last 3 days. It's been pretty busy. I've been just trying to make sure keeping my team on track, raising communication. Yesterday, we started exploring EXP World, where we just leave it running in the background so we can constantly have like a verbal conversation going all day. And I've noticed that in our Slack channel, the communication has gone down. I just want to make sure everyone stays motivated. We have Instagram, a group Instagram feed, but it's more like that's more for fun and productivity. So really trying to make sure the team is on top of what they're supposed to be doing. Giving them scripts to talk to clients, having them work on their MailChimp. I haven't done MailChimp. I used to do MailChimp, my weekly newsletters for like 5 years straight every single week, but that's went down to only maybe once every couple of months. But I was able to get one out last week and this week to make sure I'm really, really informing my clients about what's going on with the forbearance programs, options, calling their credit card companies. So we're constantly doing that. And in the last week, we really trying to gauge the market with what's going on right now. I've been talking to a lot of my seller clients that we're ready to prep to go on market, but we just weren't sure. And I told them, hey, I really don't know what's going on in the market. We should sit and wait. But this week, I think I've been to like maybe 6 or 7 Zoom calls with pretty smart people from all over the nation. And it looks like people are still very actively not showing homes, but they're actually very actively listing properties. So I just really right now pulled the stats from our MLS. This is mostly Alameda and Contra Costa County. In the last 11 days, so I'm taking Monday, I think we roughly went shelter in place over there. So in the last 2 weeks, in our MLS, 222 homes went active. So new listing went on the market. 192 homes went pending and 599 homes. So it still looks like people are very actively putting homes on the market, probably by half, because then 599 sold, and I was expecting maybe at least close to that amount sold, but it has not. So we're just trying to keep an eye on the market. One thing, so I'm pretty big on Instagram. I'm still talking. I looked at yesterday. I probably talked to 140 people just yesterday, mostly agents, to increase that engagement. So things I've been doing with the agent community is constantly recording from Instagram, stuff like this. Like there was a really cool top agent network conversation going on with off-market MLS, making sure when we get through this situation that you are an agent throughout all this. We're optimistic and able to provide value to your agent community. So on top of what I've been doing, just simply recording Instagram and reposting, I have my team uses Slack. We've been using it for a couple of years now. It's private, but this week we added. I have a trainings and event channel. Just a lot. There's literally like 3 webinars going on right now, really high level ones too. But I've dumped everything I can find, all the training courses through Facebook and Zoom into a single training events my training events channel, and have been inviting outside parties in, because on Slack I can do a single channel guest invite with no extra cost. I had a Bay Area real estate Slack I was working on when I changed brokerages. So I left Climb Real Estate back in January. Now we're EXP. But I think that's kind of low too crazy to launch right now, because there's just like new Facebook groups popping up every minute. So I don't want to compete on that. So I simply have a training events channel. Hopefully this will provide enough value so agents can go out and serve their clients as well. And now today I'm encouraging my team, you don't have to be a super agent, a top producer to talk about the market. Granted, I noticed like 3 weeks ago, people were mostly making like Corona memes, Corona memes. And then now shit just got real. So in the last week, no one's really kidding around. People were kind of kidding around doing happy hours and Zoom calls. But now I'm seeing this week is a huge increase in like high level chats where we're sharing information. And then next week, I really feel like more agents is gonna start doing training. Quick plug. So I got invited to be a part of a huge mastermind I think Kevin has one going on the same day too, next Wednesday. But the different mastermind, I think there's like 9 or 10 of us, like Chuck Fazio, over in Phoenix, the $1.7 billion company that's just switched over companies. Jason Ferris is speaking. So we're all going to be doing half-hour direct, not like a Zoom setting like this, but just half-hour, actually very much like this. You're giving me 20 minutes. We're doing this throughout an 8-hour day. So I think in the upcoming weeks, agents are going to start teaching and training more. And I don't know what the week after that looks like. Hopefully we can get this all cleared up. But it's, so that's just me and the agent community. And with the clients, I think next week we're just ready to put the homes on the market. We're using, we're going to be using apps like, obviously just take pictures. We'll use box browning for virtual staging. We've been doing that already, but we're going to up it to another level. I have a Ricoh somewhere. I have a 3D camera. For vacant homes, you can stick a camera in the middle of the room and it takes a 3D photo, and you can upload that directly to Zillow. Now that, like there's no photograph or website companies, they're probably not working right now. It's non-essential businesses.
No.
Yeah, we were using Relay HQ, but we moved over to usepillar.com. You can make really fancy websites, really sick looking websites. It's very limited on things, but it looks really good to make websites for your properties, which you can then promote in Facebook groups. I've noticed that just this week alone, 2 new Facebook groups popped up for off-market properties and coming soons. And then, so we're just trying to make sure even though this is happening, we're staying busy. I feel like constantly agents should be sharpening their axe right now, so that when the market picks up, we can all come out swinging. And then, was it Tom Ferry and who's the guy that owns KCM blog? Steve Harney. Yeah, Steve Harney. Their prediction is that we're going to have a small recession quarter, but the next third quarter this year should come up, and I'm really optimistic about that happening. I really think we'll just bounce out of this sooner than later, because we're doing shelter in place pretty in depth for most areas.
Awesome. Wow, that's great. Yeah, I mean, a lot of good information. I see you out there all the time doing various different events and already being super proactive with these different webinars, which is huge, and giving out a lot of information as well. So that's huge.